Brendan is to have a memorable tournament, he has to beat one of the world's best in Gary Anderson. This has not been Gary's favourite tournament over the years. Only reaching the quarter-final once in 2010, but the scoring power of Gary is sometimes nullified in the format because of the double start. And as we know, Brendan Dolan has hit the 9-darter. Gary's hit many with a straight start, but never over double start. Every game so far tonight has gone 2-1. Eric, do you think this has got 2-1 written all over it down to the last double?
It could well have, yes. I mean, the crowd are going to be behind Dolan, so that's understandable. I just hope it doesn't, like, put Gary off, because sometimes Gary just gets the ump and then just throws them too fast.
We all know how good Gary is on the treble 20. But Brendan Dolan last year was lethal on tops. I was expecting a 9-dart then. That's shocking, Brendan. Come on, liven up, sir.
Yeah, need that first leg. Gets off well, doesn't he? You've got to get off well in this game, or else you're going home. That's the end of it.
95.
We know Gary's problem is doubles. So he's got two lots here. He's got to start on one and finish on one.
Yeah, it's not very good, really, is it? Well, these two have played each other 5 times, and Brendan Dolan is leading 3-2. So he's beaten him before, and he's beaten him again, and then again. So Gary Anderson poses no problems for Brendan whatsoever.
41.
Gets the throw here. Brendan's doing all right. 48 in front, plus these. Just want to get that first leg on the board, and you know you're in the game then.
Brendan is a straight thrower. You
140.
will not see him in 66 and 45 and 41 very often. He does throw a real straight dart, unlike Gary, who can go wayward, but hit plenty of trebles.
Yeah, he's 180 machine once he starts going. But this time, I mean, it's 12 months ago, this changed Dolan's career. I mean, he was talking about packing up, wasn't he? And he's done well since then. And last week he got beat in the semi-final of the German one, and he beat Taylor in the last 8.
Yeah, the European Championships. Brendan Dolan reached the semi-finals, beating Phil Taylor along the way before losing to Wes Newton. So the form is there. And Gary recently, well, yesterday was the most recent that he would have played, got beaten in the final to Robert Thornton in a Pro Tour event. So they're 2 form horses, but Dolan takes first blood.
Against the throw as well. I think now he's going to get a double top again. Start off, keep the pressure on Gary. Yeah, I mean, Thornton had a good weekend, didn't he? He got beaten in the final on the Saturday. One on Sunday, so he's another one. I mean, he's another one. He won Bolton. Just gives him a bit of confidence. You're finding at the moment now, because Taylor's not Taylor-esque, is that a different player's winning each tournament, and that looks like the way it's going to carry on from now on, because there's that many good players.
Well, back in the probably late 80s, 90s, Eric, there was double start tournaments all over America that you used to go to a lot. Did you? Obviously, you're a 32 machine. Did you start on that, or did you change? Did you think tops was the way forward like most of these guys?
No, but a lot of the games over there was 301, so it didn't really matter about, like, start on the 160. Like 301, I used to start on double 14.
43.
So I used to go 148 away and it leaves 153. So I mean, you still do perfect gut. But these lads are thinking about doing a 9-darter. But if I played it even now, I most likely would have started on double 16 or double 14. So it doesn't matter what double you get, but you've got to get off. If you could ask any professional dart player here, and they would take double 1 first dart, then you're scoring.
I've hit it many times going for double 18.
93.
Normally it's at the end of a leg and I'm left on 34, but there you go.
Tell you what, Justin Pipe hit a couple of good double 1s earlier on, and then he's win over Whitlock. He hit a 3 finish, didn't he, to win the first set, and then he hit a double 1 the first leg of the 5th set, I think, or whatever, or 3rd set.
57.
Brendan looking for a 51, wasn't to be. He's 82 in front. Now can Gary, with his new darts, as you can see, they're slightly cut out. They're a bit like Mervyn King's, that they've made room for the for the index finger to slot in there, but just see Gary looking at his hands. Is he feeling, maybe he's feeling a tad sweaty in the palms, which can affect your throw.
Gets warm up there. They're used to that anyway. So. Gary likes his new darts. I was talking to him last week about him. He's about 41 9 darters with him, which is ridiculous. You know, he's only had them about 5 weeks.
177.
Well, with darts like that, it's not surprising. Now, to hold throw and go 2-0 up in this set, Brendan Dolan wants 104. Will he start on the 60 or the 54? That leaves him treble 18. Well, Gary Anderson
56.
wants double 8 for 1-all.
Yeah, break straight back. Put him back as favourite then. That's it, he's hit his double again. He's got to win the first set, I think, Gary, to silence the crowd a bit. That'd be in my head now if I was playing him. You don't want to lose the first set against Brendan, otherwise the crowd will get noisier and noisier and noisier.
120.
I think in the first set, I think he'll sort him out then.
And also, Brendan has only had good thoughts and good experiences up on that stage. And if you can, just knock your man down a peg. You can get him thinking.
He said earlier, he changed his career. He was going to pack it up, wasn't he? This time last year. He was flying out the rankings. He had a good payday here. And since then, it's given him a bit of confidence, and he's had a cracking 12 months. And he knows he's safe in the rankings now for another 12 months as well. Took a lot of pressure off him.
Indeed, the pressure was off, and it's amazing what pressure these guys are under week in, week out. You've got to be up in the rankings, otherwise you do not get invited to experience the big stage like these guys are.
And don't get invited to TV, you're not on the big prize money. I mean, that's the same with Robert Thornton. He hurt his hand and he had a flu off. He had something wrong with him, didn't he? Pneumonia. So, but then he won Bolton. And look at him now. He won yesterday, runner up the day before. Takes all the pressure off winning a big tournament.
Brilliant dart from Brendan, and needed it as well.
100.
Needed another, to be honest. Now, Gary Anderson looking for one of his many maximums that he hits day in, day out.
100.
Yeah, that's the first one. I thought that was a cracking bet. I mean, before this started, he was 8 to 13 to hit the most 180s. So, oh, you don't need that when you can't leave a shot now.
100.
They should have 2 darts here to go in front.
Gary requires 60.
A hold of throw. Well, that is sloppy. Double top. Did it matter? No, it didn't.
Sloppy first start. Well, he got away with it. It didn't really matter. Dolan still would have won 6-2, but yeah.
Gary looks up for this, so he should.
It'd be funny, wouldn't it, if Gary's first really big major would be, because he's always struggled on doubles, would be the double start one.
Well, he's won a Premier League, of course, Eric. You can't forget that. But it's not a ranking event, and winning this would shoot him up the rankings to world number 2, I believe.
Premier League's only 8 players, so this is a proper tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, I come 7th in that one year. I had a brilliant.
You done well, that, did you? You got four or five wooden spoons in that, didn't you?
Shh.
Listen, mate, there's loads of people at home there would love to have played in that, mate.
My mum was one of them.
Yeah. I used to think your walk-on was great, you know what I mean? Best part of it, wasn't it, the walk-on?
Lasted longer than the game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
getting back to proper darts.
100.
Gary has been straight, very straight so far. And if he can just get the weight right, you just feel that the 180s, 140s will be there with most visits, because he can be relentless. He really can.
100.
He does get them for fun though when he starts. Him and Lewis. Them two, when they get the first, when they're in a roll, when they get that first start in, you expect the other two to go in.
Well, Brendan wants 262. If he misses the treble 20 here, he will switch. Well, he won't now. 82 left.
140.
Yeah, be happy with that. He's left a shot. Not a bad shot, 1-2-2. Nice first start. Dracking second dart. Treble 10's a good one.
130.
Puts the pressure on Dolan now, doesn't he? He's got to go 4-18s in the ball.
22.
And he missed treble 18 in the last leg. Missed it twice. Now he needs treble 18 again. Well, he's got it. That leaves 68. That leaves the little red bit.
97.
Well, he got it for the 9 darter. He couldn't get it for a 1-2-2 kill.
Hey, the 9 dart was more important. Now for the first set, he's going to have 2 darts. Take it straight out. Can't mess about. Short format. You can't mess
32.
about. That's what Jenkins done the game before. He had about 3 or 4 darts to beat King 2-0, and now he's getting home tomorrow. You just got when you get the chance, you got to put on the bed.
Indeed, you've got to kill the man off. Well, that's just in the 9. Now he needs double 8. The 2 legs all. He's got it. That was a good pressure dart. See, that's going to make Gary think now. That's going to put Gary on the pressure. And he should have been off having a sip of water, Eric.
That's right. He had to get off. He's happy now. He's got a
60.
second dart. But if Dolan can go in here first dart, I mean, at the first 4 games, there's 2 players who could have went out that are through. I mean, when Stanley had darts that are double to put sentences in the moment. That's a bad dart. One of mine. That's a better one.
That's not one of yours, Eric.
No, that's right.
100.
Brilliant. They're both away. Oh, I was saying that Gary
68.
remains straight. That is pure pressure. Now, what can Brendan Dolan do? Tell you what, Eric, if you're Gary, you don't want to see this 60 go in first dart, do you?
Right. It's a pressure leg game. It's all about 14,
59.
15 minutes of play, all on one leg now. That's a better dart. Plenty of room to the left.
100.
Well, Gary Anderson is on 273. Brendan Dolan, as you see, he's on 342.
And
Now.
needs trouble.
He does need a treble big time. Otherwise, it could be the match hanging
77.
on this leg.
Either the crowd are going to go crazy, or Gary's going to do his job and keep him quiet.
82.
And they're both struggling here. No one's hitting big shots, 80s, and not good enough really. Somebody's got to jump in with 140.
Brendan may start on 57s here because 95 leaves 170. 133, if he could hit that, leaves a lovely 132 finish. And he gets it. Everyone likes 132, Eric.
Well, it's a great shot, and it balls by first start. 25 odd ball. He's rocked him. He's rocked him.
41.
His favourite now, Dolan.
Brendan, you require 132.
Massive favourite. You still feel that he's going to go for the bullseye, which he should.
Take a nice ton there, wouldn't you? Leave 32. Oh. 115. 15 for tops. So that'll do here. 3 darts at tops next time. Now you're hoping now. You're just hoping to get a shot.
150.
In exhibitions, you may see 3 balls. Not now, believe me. For the set,
83.
and to keep his love affair with the City West in Dublin going, Brendan Dolan wants tops. Here's some noise once this goes in. Gary will be livid losing this set. Well, he's been high first start a couple of times and then gone in. Just like that. Brendan Dolan has got a history maker on his back and he's taken the first set, and that is history. Gary Anderson is in trouble, needs to win 2 sets running to remain in the World Grand Prix. Dolan in control.